Welcome to Blunt Talk Podcast with host and best-selling author Gino Arcaro. Blunt Talk Podcast is sponsored by X Fitness and Jordan Publications, publisher of Gino Arcaro's book, Soul of a Lifter. To reach your personal best, buy Gino's book, Soul of a Lifter, at Amazon.com or GinoArcaro.com.
Never ask of yourself. Let me repeat that, ladies and gentlemen. Never ask of yourself. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Blunt Talk Podcast. We're broadcasting today from the newly renovated third floor of my gym, X Fitness, Welland, Ontario, Canada. X Fitness is deeply and profoundly committed to lift in mind, body, and soul, and to the celebration of good, inspirational news only. If you need to be lifted, join X Fitness. I guarantee you, you will feel that lifting energy the moment you walk into that gym. Today's podcast is a blast. A shorter 5-minute version consisting of a motivational speech, top 1,000 workout song of the day, and no guest. Here's real life lesson number 10,483 that I've taught football players for 40 years, college law enforcement students for 2 decades, and my women's lifting team for over 2 years. Never ask of yourself. The difference between low performance workouts and high performance workouts is what you ask of yourself and what you demand of yourself. There are 2 ways to self-communicate: what you ask of yourself and what you demand of yourself. The difference between low performance workouts and high performance workouts is what you ask of yourself and what you demand of yourself. Asking self gives options about what has to be done. The options are accept it or reject it. But demanding of self gives you no option except doing what has to be done. There is no option of rejection. Demanding of self leaves only one choice: accept the demand and get the job done. Self-communication is governed by the 10-90 rule. Over 90% turn down what they ask of themselves. Let me repeat that. Over 90% turn down what they ask of themselves. Less than 10% never turn down what they demand of themselves. What gets turned down gets torn down, broken down, and lets down self and your team on any field, in any field. What doesn't get turned down is lifted up.
Reach your personal best. Build your team's best. Buy Gino Arcaro's book, Soul of a Lifter, available in softcover or ebook at Amazon.com.
Top 1,000 workout song of the day, Strike a Match, by Zayd Wolf, released in 2016, year 47 of my 49-year workout streak. It's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. $1.29 on iTunes, guaranteed to lift. Here's what I've taught my teams, all of my teams, for 43 years. You will never, ever stop making excuses until you get tired of making excuses. You have to be dead tired of making excuses to stop making them. You've got to be wiped out, dead tired of hearing yourself making the same excuses and coming up with new ones. Otherwise, your excuses will energize you. As long as you have the energy to make excuses, you will keep making them. And your excuses will keep killing your team on any field, in any field. Exercise your right to silence. Shut up and lift, and shut up and work. Stop making excuses. Blunt Talk Podcast is on a mission to reach and lift all 7 billion humans on planet Earth. Please help us spread our message by sharing this Blunt Talk podcast and any other Blunt Talk podcast with at least 3 people to lift them. You will experience the lifter's high by lifting them. If you can share it with more than 3 people, I guarantee you will feel the lifter's high by lifting more than 5 people. In 4 years, Blunt Talk Podcast has now reached over 51,000 listeners in 83 countries. Please continue sending your comments and questions to podcast@GinoArcaro.com. So much love to our worldwide audience. Blessings and all good things. Peace.
Don't waste your potential. Don't waste your team's potential. Buy Soul of a Lifter now.